What's up, family? I'm Rai Johnson. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're not new, hello. If you is new, hello and welcome. Subscribe. If you're not new and you're not subscribed, you need to subscribe, because what is you doing? What is you just sitting here looking at me for and not subscribe? So, today is a story time on how I lost my virginity. And yeah, stay tuned, because this is a juicy ass story. And we got receipts, so stay tuned.
Wonder, baby, I wonder, would you just put your sweats on me? Yeah. 'Cause I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for you. Let me lay a great time on you.
Okay, so we was on, this was like in 2015 to 2016. So, and like, this new boy had came to our school that we named him Prevail, and we named him Prevail. So he ended up coming to our school or whatever, but everybody from last year knew each other, so he was new type shit. He was new. And Emily, which is my friend. I knew her since kindergarten type thing. Like, we've been knew each other. She went to the school the year before, and she knew him outside of school. So she already knew him before he came to the school type thing. She already knew him. So with her knowing him before he even came to the school, she liked him outside of school. So when he came to the school, she liked him, whatever. And once we got so we all going up to him like, okay, Emily like you. But he didn't like her back type thing. He didn't like her. He said she was ugly. He didn't like her. So so my other friend, her name was, what we name her? What did we name her? Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me see what we named her, because I forgot. Okay, we named her Kat. Okay. So yeah, so Emily liked the Prevail, but Prevail didn't like Emily back. So when we was going up to him, telling him like, okay, she like you, he like, no, I don't want to fuck her, I don't like her. So Kat ended up liking Prevail. Even though Emily liked the Prevail, Kat ended up liking Prevail. So well, it really wasn't a problem, because even though Emily liked Prevail don't like Emily. So Kat ended up liking Prevail ended up liking Kat back. So y'all know what that means. They started dating or whatever. But the thing that started getting me is when Kat and Prevail dating, Kat is running from him. Like, she be running from him, hiding from him. Like, y'all supposed to be dating. Why is you steady hiding from him and shit? And back then, we grown as hell. Like, we kissing, or we all into shit like that. Why are you running from this man? And then we used to take the bus from school. So we'll walk to the bus stop with our little boyfriends and stuff, go to the little transit station, all of that. Why is you running from this man? Like, she be dead ass hiding from this man. What is you doing that for? So I got to telling her, like, why you running from him? Like, what is you running from him for? Like, that's just weird as fuck, and it's childish to me. So anyways, me and Prevail end up becoming best friends, like, later down into the year. We end up becoming best friends or whatever. By that time, Prevail and Kat ended up breaking up, because I'm trying to tell y'all, this girl was running from this man. He like, I don't want to be in a relationship with her. She ain't even like, I guess she liked me, but she ain't like liking me type shit. Like, why is you that part irritated me, because what is you running from this man for? But anyways, Kat and Prevail end up breaking up later down into the school year. Me and him end up becoming best friends or whatever. So and what got us close, I ended up getting into a fight, and I was suspended. So while I was on suspended shit, me and him was like talking and shit, like, like, we just became friends, but we end up calling each other best friends. Y'all know, y'all have a left hand, a right hand, a diary, dumbass shit. We end up being best friends. I think I posted something on Facebook, like, the little list, because when you used to post on Facebook or your social media or whatever, a little list, and people used to pick what they wanted to be. He ended up being my best friend later down in the year. So me and him end up getting close or whatever. So we end up getting close or whatever. So the school year ended up being over. Summer came, and me and him was still talking over the summer or whatever. And 8th grade came. And when 8th grade came, everybody from the last school year, I swear to God, we all was just kept coming back to that school, and we all was close to him at the school. Some of us was beefing, but some of us was close to him. So we all ended up coming back to the same school for 8th grade or whatever, and we were still best friends or whatever. So Kat ended up telling us, like, after school, her and Prevail ended up going home together. And I'm like, what y'all do? What y'all do? She said they ain't do nothing. I'm like, by this time, Prevail didn't glowed up. Prevail didn't glowed up from 7th grade. He ain't ugly no more. He didn't glow the fuck up. He didn't grow his hair out. And then he like Dominican or something, so he got some good ass hair. He get long, fast as hell and shit. Like, Prevail didn't glowed up. I was like, I would've. I said, when she said she ain't do nothing with him, I was like, I would've. Man, him would have been doing it. Like, why you ain't do nothing with him? But I told y'all, she used to be scared of him. And I'm thinking now, at this time, she was still scared of him. But she was like a little low-key freak. Like, she used to want to do shit, but I don't know. She used to do shit, but keep it on the low type shit. So she said they ain't do nothing or whatever. I'm like, why y'all ain't do nothing? I would have did out of him. So I'm like, okay, y'all ain't do nothing. So I'm like, why though? Like, why? But I guess we young as hell, so they shouldn't even been doing nothing. So I told y'all Emily was my friend. So me, Emily, and Kat was all friends. Emily ended up going to tell Prevail what I said to him. Prevail like, shit, I was thinking the same thing type shit. Like, shit, I feel the same way about you, best friend type shit. So I'm like, okay. But me being me, I wasn't for real. Like, I was for real, but that's me telling it to my friends. I'm not thinking my friend gonna go back and tell him. That was some backdoor ass shit, now that I think about it. Like, why would you go back and tell him what the fuck I said? But anyways, she went back and told him what I said or whatever. So he get to texting me like, so my birthday coming up. This, like, the school year just started in September, so I'm thinking it had to be a little later down in the school year. Yeah, for them to have to go home with each other and all that shit. It had to be like January, because his birthday in like February or something like that. So so he ended up texting me like, for his birthday he want to do the nasty for his birthday. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for that or whatever, like, cause I'm still a virgin. We like in 8th grade, so I'm still a virgin or whatever. I'm like, I don't know if I want to be doing the nasty with you or whatever. And we best friends. Like, we ain't even in a relationship. Like, we best friends. Like, but the best friends started becoming, even though that was my boyfriend, but back in the day, like when we was in school, like when we was in middle school, we used to all just pass around all the niggas, like, type shit, because we wasn't really nasty doing nothing with them. We was just like passing around all the niggas type shit. So the best friend ended up becoming like a little bit more than, you know, best friends type shit, like damn near on the verge of being into a relationship type shit. So he, like, for his birthday he want to have sex or whatever. So I'm like, I'm still a virgin. I don't know if I really want to be having sex with you. But me and him was close as hell, so I'm like, I don't know, maybe maybe. So we ended up so his birthday ended up coming by, but when his birthday came by, we didn't end up doing it or whatever. So, well, I ended up saying yeah. So we ended up doing it when his birthday came by. So one day, his mom, I think his mom was going to a concert or something, and so he had to sneak me in type shit. But his mom had ended up going to a concert or whatever, and he like, okay, like, we planned this whole motherfucking thing out. Like, we planned the whole thing out. He like, okay, on Friday, you gonna go home, and then I'm gonna tell you when to come back to my house, like, come to my house type shit, because his mom was going to a concert. So Friday come, and I'm like, okay, now I really gotta do this, because I've been saying I was gonna do it type shit. So I'm like, okay, I really gotta do this. So when it's time, I'm like, okay. And my mom, she wasn't really like, well, my mom was strict, but she ended up getting like unstrict, because all her kids was doing whatever the fuck they want to do. We wasn't listening to her. Like, she'd tell us to stay in the house, we'd still go outside type shit. Like, we just all stopped listening to her. So a curfew, I ain't have one. Like, I ain't have no curfew. I could go outside when the fuck I wanted to go outside. Like, I could come back in the house when I want to go back in the house. In 8th grade, though. So, I'm trying to tell y'all, I ain't even gonna say grown. I was fucking mature. Like, my mom trusted me enough to go outside and come back in the house at a good time type shit. So, it was like 8 o'clock, and I had ended up catching a bus over to his house or whatever. He told me. So, this is me editing the video. So, I'm gonna insert the clip of us planning on what bus for me to get on and stuff. Like we literally had this whole thing planned out. Like, he was gonna meet me at the bus stop or whatever. I ended up get on the bus to his house. This is my first time coming to his house, so I ended up missing a couple bus stops like from his house. But he was standing at the bus stop, but I didn't see him. So I'm thinking like, and he telling me the street to get off at or whatever. And I think I ended up missing it. And he was texting me like, you gotta get off the bus because you've been on there so long, get off. So I get off, and he didn't walk down there to get me from the couple bus stops that I fucking didn't miss. So he walked down there, and we walking back. I'm like, damn, this is a far ass walk. And it's fucking like March, so it's cold as hell outside. So we walking or whatever. We walk back to his house, and we end up walking back to his house, and we had to wait till his mom left. So they had like a little playground outside of their apartments or whatever, because he lived in apartments. So they had like a little playground outside of their apartments. So I had to wait at the fucking playground and wait for his mom to leave. Now that I'm listening to this back and look and found the screenshots, why the fuck did I have to wait outside and you said your mom knew I was coming? Why was I waiting outside? Like, niggas be lying. To his mom to leave. So I'm sitting on the playground waiting for his mom to leave. So his mom finally leaves, so we going to the inside or whatever. So we sitting on the bed, and you know, like, we already know what the fuck we came here for. So like, we just sitting there. I think we probably had like a little conversation or whatever. And he was trying to well, I mean, we got to business shit. We got to business, and I'm like, I don't know. It's to the point like now we really like, we into it now. Like, we here, we know what we came here for. We planned this for like a month now. Like, we know what we here for. So I'm like, now I'm getting anxious, like my heart pumping. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. So he like, y'all know how niggas be when y'all know exactly what the fuck you came here for, and you get to saying you don't want to do it. He like, we planned this for a whole month, and now you talk about you don't want to do it. Like, why and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just don't want to do it no more. He like, I don't know what the fuck. I can't even remember the conversation. This shit happened so long ago. But anyways, we ended up getting into it. So he not trying to put the condom on or whatever. So I'm like, you gotta put the condom on because we only in fucking 8th grade. Like, we only in fucking 8th grade. We like 14, 15 years old. Put the fucking condom on because I don't know who the fuck you think finna be out here having a baby. Because we young as hell. Like, just put the condom on. So he end up putting the condom on, and we end up doing it or whatever. So so it was like 8 o'clock. I think I went home like 11 to 12 o'clock. That was the time, like, that's a good time. Like, we couldn't go past like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Okay, you being disrespectful. Bring your ass in the house. And then we was taking a bus too, so we had to be able to, well, I had to be able to get on the last bus home. So I ended up going home or whatever. And this happened on Friday, so this like a whole fucking weekend type shit. This like a whole weekend. So Monday at school come, and his little friends like, right, what you do over the weekend? What you do over the weekend? I heard you you did something that started with a V or some shit like that. Like, so now the receipt that's coming up exactly, and in a screenshot you're gonna see exactly what he said, because in the video I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he said, but in a screenshot y'all gotta read because I said exactly what he said, so you guys just gotta read it. So, you know, we kids, so they acting like kids. So I'm like, what? So I'm not thinking this nigga didn't tell his motherfucking friends what happened or whatever, but he did. So I'm finna insert the screenshot of me texting him, because I ended up texting him while we was in school, because I'm trying to tell you, all his fucking friends was coming up to me like, what y'all do type shit. So I'm finna insert a screenshot of me texting him like, why the fuck is you telling our business to your funky ass friends? So I'm like, why the fuck would you tell your friends? Like, I ain't even tell my friends type shit. Like, with, like, even now to this day, like, if I have sex with somebody, I ain't gonna go out telling my friends, like, you don't do shit like that. Like, why the fuck did you tell your friends type shit? And so he did. So I'm like, y'all were to tell, like, why would you tell your friends type shit? So he ended up getting mad or whatever, girl. This the part that pissed me the fuck off. He ended up getting mad or whatever. Okay, now that I'm looking at the screenshot, it wasn't even about me saying that we didn't do it, because I didn't say that. They ended up wanting me to tell them the story, and I didn't want to tell them. So they was just throwing shit out there to make me try to say what happened type shit. Like, was it small or was it bad or whatever the case may be. And I wasn't saying that. So they took it as, yeah, it was small, yeah, it was bad type shit, because I wouldn't say it. So they ended up telling him that I did say that, and that's what he ended up getting mad about. Because I was telling them, like, no, the fuck we didn't. Like, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. So I'm trying to figure out why the fuck did you even tell your motherfucking friends? Like, because I'm going to deny it, because and we all at fucking school and shit. Like, why would you tell your friends that? So I ended up denying it or whatever. He ended up getting mad that I was saying that we didn't. He ended up going on fucking Facebook and making a post. What did it say? It said something like, I got what I wanted type shit. Like, I got what I wanted. Basically, all he wanted to do was fuck type shit. So I'm like, why the fuck would you even say some shit like that? Then we was best friends before that, so why would you even say some shit like that? So I started fucking crying at school, because everybody in the whole fucking school see it, and then he already done told motherfuckers that tell motherfucking shit. So I'm like, why the fuck would you say some shit like that? So after all of that, after the whole school day, he thought I didn't see it type shit. He ended up deleting it or whatever. He thought I didn't see it type shit. So after school, we all like wait in this little, at our school we had like this little, it's like a hallway. It used to be like, cause our school was so motherfucking big. It was, well, it wasn't big, but it was like we was all split up into different hallways type shit. So that used to be the 8th grade wing or whatever, or the 6th grade wing. It used to be classrooms, like people classrooms, but they ended up not having it as classrooms no more. It was just like somewhere that you could sit, or like they used the rooms for like just random shit type shit. So that's the way we used to walk out to go to, like, because we got a Family Dollar across the street from our school. So we used to go to the store after school. So I guess I was in there waiting for time to walk to the bus stop. So he ended up coming back from the store, but he was trying to give me a hug type shit. And I pushed him off of me, like, don't motherfucking try to give me no hug type shit. And he was trying to figure out why the fuck was I acting like that. But you thought I didn't see that motherfucking post you made earlier in the day. So so I like kind of like mugged him, like looked him up and down, like, bitch, don't try to hug me. You like, don't try to motherfucking hug me type shit. And so after the whole day went by, after we all got home or whatever, he ended up texting me on Facebook like he was sorry for making that post, he didn't mean it, all this, that, and the third. So I'm like, so the next day at school, we ended up getting back cool or whatever. And yeah, we ended up getting back cool or whatever. Later on we started dating or whatever. And then yeah, that was my little man. That was my little piece of man. We was dating for like 2-3 years. Yeah, that was like my first real relationship. We started dating for like 2-3 years after that, and yeah, and we still motherfucking cool to this day. So yep, and that's the story time.
Baby, I wonder, would you just put your sweats on me? Yeah. I got the